Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Austin Kelly. We are here at the Marquee Theater in Tempe, Arizona. Welcome to The Vibe. I'm very excited because my guest today is an indie pop singer and songwriter. She's super talented. If you haven't checked any of her music out yet, please do because she's super talented. Please help me welcome through your screens, Lauren Case. How's it going?
It is going very well.
Yeah, good. How's your day been so far?
My day has been good. It's pretty eventful considering it's only noon.
It's only noon, yeah.
Yep,
We're here early.
Worked, got some lunch down the street, and now I'm here.
Now you're here. Look at you. You're at the Marquee. That's cool. So explain to the audience, you are an indie pop singer, but explain to the audience more about your style of music, like when you do sing.
Yeah, that's honestly one of the toughest interview questions, I would say.
Really?
Because it seems like every year I want my style to be different. It just depends on who I'm listening to. I grew up listening to Lady Gaga, and I thought I was going to be the next Lady Gaga when I was 8. And then
I love Lady Gaga.
Yeah, I love her. And then I kind of wanted to go more Stevie Nicks and be more,
Ooh.
kind of like that style. And then lately, just because I haven't been performing for a while, so it's been kind of hard to pinpoint my style. I do whatever inspires me in that moment. I don't like the idea of having to really stick to a genre
Right.
and follow strict rules when it comes to the music that I write.
Right.
So that's really how I could best answer that.
Yeah, and then sadly there is a reason why you haven't been performing in a while. It's because of your voice.
Yeah, I've had some vocal issues for about a year now.
Yeah.
It's just muscle tension in my neck from improper use of my
Right.
voice and other factors. So sadly, I have not been able to do what I
Oh my
love the
gosh.
most for a year now.
It's been a year that long already
Yeah.
now.
Mhm.
What have you been at least within that year starting to maybe sing, get your voice back in a sense? Like, have you been singing at all in that year?
I'll have
Practicing?
good days and then I'll have bad days. But I haven't stayed away from music. I'm still
Right.
trying to advance my guitar skills and mess around with writing and just explore other avenues so that when I can sing again, I come back stronger than ever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So what have you been doing? Is there anything you said recently, before the interview started, you said you've been seeing a vocal coach and
Uh-huh.
speech therapist too, right?
Speech pathologist, yeah.
Speech pathologist, okay.
Yeah.
How's that been going?
It's
So is it a long process?
it's quite a complicated process.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I have people in my life really, your voice is still hurting? Like, what's going on with that? And it's this long answer, so I've just gotten to the point where I'm like,
It's
don't
hard
worry
to-
about it, I'm getting by, but
It's hard to explain, I guess,
Yeah.
the longer the time goes on.
definitely.
You have performed before at the Rebel Lounge, you said.
Rebel
and-
Lounge, Pub Rock.
Pub Rock.
I've gotten to do a couple really cool performances. I opened up for Korn and Alice Cooper and Sammy Hagar.
Nice.
Yeah, so that was through a contest
Right.
that you may have heard of every year in Arizona, Proof is in the Pudding.
I don't think I've heard of that.
No, yeah. So Alice Cooper, he lives in Arizona, so
Right.
he wants to help younger musicians. So he puts on basically a battle of the bands every year.
Mhm.
So I did it in 2017, and I won the solo spot. So I got
Nice.
to some really cool performances from that.
Did
Yeah.
you learn anything from that process too?
Oh.
What did you learn?
Totally. I kind of, before a show, I just wouldn't take it all that serious. Granted, I wasn't doing big shows before the contest, but I would just practice the night before and just kind of throw it together, and it's not like it would end up being a mess, but I just thought, why try super hard if I can still sound okay without
Right.
taking all this time. But through doing that competition and just putting hours and hours of practice in and realizing, wow, there's a way larger payoff, I started to realize how important practice is.
Practice makes perfect.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect.
Yes. Practice is huge. No matter how naturally
Yeah.
talented you are, practice, don't forget about it.
Gotta be on that grind. So
Yeah.
when you do perform, or when you do perform, did it just come naturally to you? You being on stage, did you ever get nervous at all? Does it come naturally to you? The stage presence?
Yeah, so I would not sing for anyone for the longest time. Like my siblings or my parents would like beg me, like, please, we hear you in your room singing, please sing for us. And once I knew someone was listening, I would get pissed and I would stop and I would like not want to come out of my room. I wouldn't want to be seen.
Wait, why though? Why did you get pissed?
I couldn't tell you. I just was so embarrassed, so mortified that someone would hear me sing. And then finally, I believe it was in junior high, I had a solo in choir. Nice. And I loved it. I was just like so high off that feeling.
All eyes were on you. At
yeah,
that moment, right?
I loved it. So yeah, once I'll have an initial nervousness before I get on stage, but then when I'm on stage, it's like I've heard other artists say in interviews, it's like the best high in the world. Seriously, there's no better feeling, and I'm not nervous, and it's the most confident I ever feel. I just know exactly what I'm doing. I don't have any doubts anymore. It's a really good feeling. That's why I miss it so much.
Right. I interviewed Danielle Durack before
Yeah.
this interview, and she said in the interview that it helps a lot too if there's a couple people that you know in the audience, like a couple friends or whatever, because she's said she gets stage fright even still.
Really?
Yeah. And for her, it helps to like know, oh, there's friends there. That's one of the ways. But,
yeah.
Yeah, but that's cool that it comes naturally to you, though,
Mm-hmm.
especially
Yeah.
with the performing. So on top of that, you did have 2 singles a year ago.
Yeah,
Two
they were
singles on Spotify?
last year. I had one come out in February, so that was a year ago, and then I had one come out in June.
Right. And what were the names of the singles? It was My Guy and Refill, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Got
Refill.
it.
Okay, cool. What brought those songs about? What were those about?
Yeah. Okay.
Take it step by step each song. if you
Okay.
can.
This is great. I love talking about this.
Yeah.
My Guy. It just came super easy. It started with the piano. I loved the piano, and wasn't really thinking about it too much. I just was like vibing, and the lyrics were coming, and I kind of realized afterwards what it was about. And it's just a song. It's just like bubbly, warm, happy song to capture all the best feelings of being in love with somebody.
It has a
It's
good
like
vibe.
lighthearted. Yeah.
I love that song,
Oh,
actually.
thank you.
Yeah, it has
Thank
a good
you
vibe.
so much. Yeah, and then Refill. That's kind of more like from the perspective of a character, because the pretty explicit message of the song is like, I'm heartbroken, so I'm gonna go drink and dance. And I wrote it when I was 16, and I had absolutely no experience with either of those things.
Right.
I swear. But yeah, I was hurt about something in my life, and so I just kind of was like, all right, I'm gonna channel it into this song, but this is all kind of BS, and it's just storytelling with some truth.
Music could be therapeutic too, writing music, playing music.
Yep.
I feel like it could help a lot with emotions.
Yes.
And then it's crazy because those are your only 2 singles, right, on Spotify, and they've reached up to 100,000 streams already. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy.
Is it really 100,000?
I did the math. I try to do research on each guest, but yeah, it's up to 100,000
Just
streams.
about, yeah. I've been really lucky. My Guy took off. That was crazy. It was awesome.
Yeah, like a lot of people loved that apparently. Yeah. It's good.
I've
What
been
was the
lucky.
writing process behind that too? Or did it just, you were just writing lyrics, you said, and then it just put it together, and then how did you know the instrument to decide what instrument to play with that song?
So yeah, I just started off on a keyboard and added lyrics, and then I took it to GarageBand, and then finally I downloaded better music software, and I took it there because I love to do the production as well. And basically what I do as much as I can on my own, and then I'll go to a producer who just has more experience, more knowledge, and he'll just doctor it up and use his better software. So what I presented to him, I gave him the strings and the cellos that you hear in the song, and the keyboard, the drums, and he added some live bass. He's a great bass player, and he just fixed everything up. And then there we had ourselves a song.
Nice. And you also did cover songs too before the singles, right? What cover songs? Who would you like to cover? Like, what cover songs would you like to do?
Yeah, I would do some classics. I loved the Beatles.
The Beatles. The Beatles.
The Beatles.
The Beatles.
Elton John. Zella Day, if you've heard of her.
I haven't heard of
She was local, but she's gotten bigger now. Kimbra, Borns. Yeah, just to
A
name
lot
a
of talented
few.
people. Wow, that you just named. That you
They
do
are.
cover songs. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
they do inspire me. So.
What's your favorite Elton John song to cover?
Oh, Benny and the Jets.
Benny and the Jets, of
Duh.
course.
Yeah.
But Benny and the Jets.
Yes.
You gotta have to add the S at the end.
Jets.
Jets. Without that, if you don't add that S sound at the end of
You're
it,
doing
you're
it
doing
dirty.
it wrong.
Yeah.
You're doing it wrong. So throughout the whole process, you releasing music, doing music, what have you learned just as a whole about music? You putting it out there for fans. What have you learned throughout that process?
I have learned, I mean, a lot. That's one of those questions you gotta sit and think for a second.
Kind of a tough
I've
question.
learned that no matter how much you love a song and how proud you are of it, there's always going to be people, it might even be your own dad or your best friend or your boyfriend, and they're just not going to like it, and you just can't let it crush your soul, because if your boyfriend doesn't like it, your best friend's going to love it. It's always
Yeah.
a trade-off. Someone's going to
It's
love
like a
it.
balance there, I guess.
It's just
you know?
going to hit their spot for whatever reason.
Right.
But that's one thing I've learned. I've learned that
A lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot to take in too.
yeah, if I took the
especially-
time to really get into it,
Yeah.
I could provide you more. But
That's kind of like a
Spot.
broad question too. you know.
Yeah, it is.
It was, yeah. Regarding performing, what have you learned performing? Like actually performing?
performing, kind of like I said before, practicing is huge. Even just knowing you practiced just gives you that little extra boost of confidence, and confidence goes such a long way. One thing that helps me a lot if I'm feeling extra nervous, I'll have my set list, and in between each song on my set list, I write a short little sentence of something I could say if I'm just choking and I'm like,
Yeah.
how do I make them laugh? Do I tell a story about how I wrote the song? Do I say, oh my God, thank you guys for coming?
Just
I
like
try to
telling
make sure
jokes.
not to say like, thank you guys for coming after every song. Just like really try to,
You should start being a comedian in between sets of songs. Like just start telling jokes and stuff.
that side of me likes to come out every now and then.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Are you? I saw also on your Instagram that you've been doing art.
Yeah.
Like digital art, right? Am I right? Digital
Uh-huh.
art. What have you been doing with that?
Yeah, so I've always drawn. I've always loved, just like as an artist, really any creative outlet like that. I've probably dabbled in a little bit. So I recently got my hands on an iPad. I was really lucky. A friend let me borrow his iPad, and I've been able to just take a picture that someone sends me and turn it digital, and it's been a hit. It's really cool. People like to do that, with their couples, their significant other.
People hit you up too to
Yeah.
get stuff done. That's
It's
cool.
it's nice. I haven't been able to work as much because of my voice, so this has like saved me in
Right.
the financial aspect. Yeah.
It gives you something on the side,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you're an artsy person and
Very artsy.
Yeah, artsy and obviously musical.
Yeah.
Is there any other like talents that people may not know about you that you have?
Oh, okay. Oh no, if I say this, you're gonna make me show this talent, and I don't want to.
Oh, well now you have to do it.
No, it's just I have some impressions that I can do. I really like impressions. I'm just good at mimicking different celebrities.
I'm kind of the same way, but I have to like
Yeah?
hear it. I have to hear it and then I could do it.
Okay.
Yeah. But what do you do?
I can do when I've practiced, when I've warmed up. a little.
she's like
I'm
clarifying.
trying to say anything I can so that you don't make me do it.
Okay.
But Britney Spears, she's an easy one. She's got such a weird voice. Not weird, not bad, just unique is what I meant. But Marcel the Shell, if you're familiar,
No.
it's just a little shell on YouTube that can talk.
Oh, okay.
I have like a little rasp to my voice that helps. Let me think. Something more well known.
Well, Britney Spears, her voice is like, oh baby,
Yeah.
like kind of like that, like her
Yeah.
singing.
Very nasally and
Very nasally. Yeah.
just like breathy.
Is there any other ones that you could do?
Yep.
She's like, she doesn't want to do it.
Yeah,
She
there's
doesn't-
lots. I'm not gonna name so many.
Just name them. Just name them what you can do. Just
No,
name
but
'em.
I can't think of any at all.
Oh, you can't think of any?
No.
Because she wants to do it, that's why.
No.
I don't even know. That is kind of a hard question because there's quite a few I can do too. I just can't think of them right now. I could do Al Pacino, like in Scarface, but I'm not doing that. Now I know how you feel because
Yeah,
I don't want to do
exactly.
it. I don't want
Now
to
you
do
can
it.
empathize.
I could do Al Pacino. I could do. It's just mainly I have to hear the voices though too. There's not
Mhm.
necessarily celebrities or anything like that I know I can do. It's just I have to
Yeah.
hear it and then I could almost mimic it
Mhm.
exactly after that.
Totally.
Yeah. When did you even decide? Like what brought that on?
Decide that I was able to do
Yeah. What brought that on?
impressions. Probably just singing in my room, and
Mm.
and if I'm listening to Lady Gaga, I love her voice. I want to sound just like her, so I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
have that come through, and then
Mm.
it just depends on whoever I'm listening to. I think a lot of singers just kind of have a knack for impressions
Right.
because they're inspired by these different artists. They want to sound like them. I just feel
And
like
they use-
sometimes those go hand in hand, not always, but
They use their voices like
Mhm.
almost a practice.
Yeah.
You know, to see if they can even get to that range, the
Mhm.
vocal range and all that.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's good practice, especially. So is there any music that you've done now that when your voice eventually does get better that you plan on releasing?
yes, I have a song totally done. It was uploaded. I had a date set. I did everything to prepare for it, and then I just last minute was like, I don't want to put out a song and not be able to go perform it. So I may just wait on it. I don't know. Maybe I'll surprise you, but it's a fun one. I've performed it live a lot.
Oh,
It's about
cool.
werewolves.
Oh.
So
nice.
just some light stuff.
What's the name of it?
Wolves.
Wolves? Oh,
Yes,
okay.
and I wrote it before Selena Gomez put out her Wolves. So it was not
You have to
copying.
clarify that.
I do.
Clarify it.
Yeah, because it's definitely going to be as big as Wolves.
Exactly.
Other Wolves, so
Oh, it has to
gotta
be.
Make sure that's known.
What brought that song about? Why did you write that song?
Personal.
Is it personal? Okay.
It's not personal. It's just
Should we just wait to
just-
listen to it and then kind of have our own ideas?
ultimately it's just about love, and it's about certain things coming out of you,
Okay,
in
got
time
it.
and place. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know, I understand that. Maybe if we listen to it eventually,
Yeah, you'll just have to pick it apart yourself and
pick it apart. Yeah.
see what you can find.
See, that's the best part in general about music is people that listen to music, it could be that song that they're listening to can mean a lot to them, and it could mean to the next person something totally different. Like there's always different meanings to songs and why people listen to them. Like sometimes a certain song that you listen to, if it's supposed to be a happy song, sometimes that it can make the next person, feel nostalgic, maybe a little sad, and then vice versa. It's just crazy how many feelings a song could give a person.
Yeah, absolutely. Or it could be a very happy song, but you listen to it on this trip back in 2016 with
Oh, yeah.
someone you don't talk to anymore, so now you listen to it and it's just like the most heartbreaking song to you.
It brings back the feels, man.
Yes, the feels.
Yeah, it brings back the feels. What songs do you listen to on your downtime?
Doja Cat.
Doja Cat, we do too.
Doja Cat. Is it
Do-
Doja?
Doja Cat,
Doja
yeah.
Cat. Oh, I love her and I don't even know how to say her name. Yeah, she's been my jam. I aspire to have that level of ballsy confidence. I don't know about that though.
Yeah.
It's really up there. That's like almost right on the line of being too much. I saw this comment on one of her music videos and it was like Doja Cat is doing what Cardi B thinks she's doing and I thought that was super funny.
Wow.
She's like, I feel like she just has it just right of that badass confidence.
You could say, what song do we listen to the most from Doja Cat?
Moo.
Moo. Moo?
Bitch, I'm a cow.
And then her new one. What's the new one?
Boss Bitch?
But my biscuit.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
my-
we
don't
like
play
that.
with my
Yeah,
emotions.
don't play my emotions.
That song.
That Kendrick
is
flow she got in there.
great.
Yeah, we every time we have a kickback, we always listen to her. I feel at least
Get the good.
once
Get the
during the kickback, we have to
God,
listen
I'm
to
in
Doja
good
Cat.
company.
That juicy,
Yeah.
juicy.
We love Tinashe too. Do you know
I don't
Tinashe?
listen. No.
You don't listen to Tinashe?
I've heard a couple of her songs, but
We can't hang out then. We can't. No, just get off the stage. Just get off the stage. We actually we got tickets to go see Tinashe. She's coming to town in May.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's gonna be
nice.
cool.
Well, perhaps
You won't be
I
there.
will listen to her by then. I don't know. You never know.
You won't be
Never
there.
know.
Any other female artists you listen to,
Um,
or artists in general?
yeah. kind of the people I was naming before who inspire me, like Borns.
Elton John.
Except Borns is kind of canceled.
Oh.
Don't know if you were aware.
What's that?
He just did some sketchy stuff that kind of came to surface, and so he's gone MIA.
Man.
It's such a shame because I loved his music. I loved the production. I just felt like his songs were so genuine, and they just like captured just the sweetest parts of falling in love, and just to find out. You can read about it. I don't need to.
We'll have to
hash it out.
read about
It's
it.
too painful to discuss.
We don't want to bring down the mood here.
No.
So, what are your 2020 goals?
2020 goals. Get better.
Get better. That's a main. That's
That's
a
the
main
number
goal.
one priority.
Yeah.
I've just been, since this has happened, it's actually been one of the best things that's happened to me. I'm like happier than I've ever been, which is so strange because I'm not doing what I love, but it just really taught me like not to take things for granted. So when you're kind of dealing with a pain every day, and it's I could have it so much worse. It's not like a horrible pain. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be here doing this interview. But
Does it sometimes bother you,
it's
right?
just it's just like nagging me.
Right.
So just that kind of teaches you to, okay, well, I have this, my neck is hurting, but at least I have this fun thing I'm doing later tonight, or at least I have this great apartment, and I live in this great town where I'm safe. So I just have learned to like really focus on positive things and
Do you think it
work on
provided?
other crafts.
Yeah, I was about to say it provided you with more
Oh, yeah.
time to do other things. I'm sure, right?
Totally.
You know,
I feel
even
like
though music is like your love, but it provided you
Yeah.
this happening.
Because what if I got an injury that was worse and I could never perform again? I really decided, like, since my voice started hurting, I decided I'm going to get to a place where if I can't be a musician, I'm not going to, like, think my world is just
Right.
falling down, you know?
Yeah, that
I-
should be a main goal for 2020. Though.
Yeah.
Try to get better, you know.
Yeah, totally.
That's cool. Anything else in 2020?
I'll be 21
21. When are you turning 21?
April 6th, so
That's a milestone.
don't die, I guess.
That's
would
a
be my
milestone.
second goal.
that's an important goal. Just don't die on
Don't
your
use
21st
my
birthday.
savings.
Yeah.
What else?
Do you have anything planned for your 21st birthday yet?
I do.
You do.
It will be grand.
Okay.
I will be going down to Tucson, seeing what's good down there, and then
Nice.
I'm gonna get brunch the next day. I'm gonna stay a night at a resort. My sister is planning all this. She's awesome. She takes really good care of me. So we love to dance. That's like our
Nice.
thing. Our bond, just blasting music, dancing around her kitchen, and she.
That's a stress reliever too. It can
Oh,
be.
it's great.
yeah.
I just love it. So like to be able to do that with her out at a bar for the first time, it will be a night to remember. I'm very excited.
Oh man,
Yeah.
be ready, guys. She's gonna be 21
On
here
the
soon.
prowl.
On the prowl. Well, that is awesome. Thank you for coming on the show.
Absolutely.
People. If you haven't checked her out yet, please do check out her singles on Spotify. Check out her Instagram. What's your Instagram again?
Lauren, Lauren, case like briefcase, nutcase, suitcase, staircase.
Staircase, yeah. CASE.
You name it. CASE __. Don't forget 2 underscores.
The 2. Yeah. Check
And
her
also
out.
follow my art page. It's only got 116 followers, and that's not how you make it in the art business. So lovely Lil Lavender, Lil.
Lil. Ask her for
Cute
art
pastel
pieces.
art if you're into that.
Yeah. Ask her for some art pieces. She's down. You know.
You pay me, but you know.
Pay, yeah. Pay her, of course. Otherwise, don't even bother.
No.
Don't even bother.
No, yeah.
Well, thank you for coming out. You guys have a great day. Check her out, and as always, you could follow the Vibe interviews on Instagram
Yes,
at the Vibe
follow
interviews.
him, yes.
Follow both of us. Follow
You're gonna
everyone.
follow me, you're gonna follow him. It's
Yeah.
both of us or nothing.
Follow the Tristan Seaver at Tristan Seaver. Follow Malachi James and Dylan Dermott the Don. Follow
And
everybody.
follow Doja Cat.
And follow
Most
Doja Cat.
importantly.
More importantly, Tinashe. I'm sorry, Tinashe over Doja Cat.
Doja Cat.
Tinashe. Thanks, guys, for coming out.